Rise and shine, everyone. Gather around, for I have a tale to tell that will whisk you away to a land of rolling hills, babbling brooks, and mischievous trolls. It's a story that has been cherished by children and adults alike for generations, and today I'm delighted to share it with all of you. This is the tale of the Three Billy Goats Gruff, a classic Scandinavian folktale filled with adventure and a lesson or two along the way. So sit back, relax, and prepare to journey with me across a creaky bridge where three brave billy goats must outsmart a grumpy troll to reach the greener pastures beyond. But before we begin, let me set the scene for you. Picture a lush green valley nestled between two towering mountains where wild flowers sway in the breeze and the sun casts a golden glow upon the landscape. It is here that our story unfolds amid the rustling grass and the gentle murmur of the stream. So without further ado, let us embark on this delightful adventure together. Get ready to meet Big Gruff, Medium Gruff, Little Gruff, and a cantankerous troll who's not quite as fearsome as he thinks. Are you ready? Then let's begin our journey with the Three Billy Goats Gruff. There were once three billy goats who lived in a meadow at the foot of a mountain, and their last names was Gruff. There was the big billy goat Gruff, and the middle billy goat Gruff, and the little billy goat Gruff. They all three jumped about among the rocks in the meadow and ate what grass they could find, but it wasn't very much. One day, the little Gruff looked up at the high mountain overhead, and he thought to himself, "It looks as thought there were a great deal of fine grass up on the mountain. I believe I'll just run up there all by myself without telling anybody and eat so much grass that I'll grow to be as big as anybody." So off the little Gruff started without telling his brothers a word about it. He ran along until at last he came to a wide river with a bridge over it. Now, the little Gruff did not know that this bridge belonged to a great terrible troll, and the little goat had not gone more than halfway across. He heard the troll shouting from under the bridge. "Who's that going across my bridge?" shouted the troll in his great loud voice. "Oh, it's the little billy goat Gruff," answered the little Gruff in his little voice. "Oh, well, you won't go much farther. I'm the troll that owns this bridge, and now I'm coming to eat you up." And the troll looked up over the edge of the bridge. When the little Gruff saw him, he was very much frightened. "Oh dear, good Mr. Troll, please don't eat me up," he cried. "I'm such a very little goat that I would scarcely be a mouthful for you. I have a brother who is a great deal bigger than I am. Wait until he comes, for he'd make a much better meal for you than I would." "But if he's much bigger than you are, he may be tough." "Oh no, he's just as tender as I am." "And a great deal bigger?" "Oh yes, a great deal bigger." "Very well then, I'll wait for him. Run along," said the troll. So little Gruff ran on tip-tap across the bridge and on up the mountain to where he was safe and glad enough he was to be out of that scrape. I can tell you, now it was not very long after this that the Middle Billy Goat Gruff began to think he'd like to go up on the mountain too. He'd barely reached the middle of it when the troll began shouting at him in his great terrible voice. Middle Gruff was in a great fear. "Oh, dear Mr. Troll, good Mr. Troll, please don't eat me up. I have a brother that's a great deal bigger than I am. Just wait till he comes along, for he's make a much better meal for you than I would." "A great deal bigger?" "Yes, a great deal bigger." "Very well then, go. I'll wait till he comes." And now it was the turn of the big Gruff to begin to think he'd like to go up on the mountain too. "I believe that's where Little Gruff and Middle Gruff have gone," he said to himself. "I can't let them get bigger than me. I'm going to go there too." So the next morning, off he set in the pleasant sunshine. Clump, 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 clump. He was so big you could hear his hoofs pounding on the stones while he was still a mile away. And the bridge shook and bent under his weight as he walked, and then the troll that lived under it was in a fearful rage. "Who's that going across my bridge?" he bellowed, and his voice was so terrible that all the fishes in the river swam away and hid under the rocks at the sound of it. But Big Gruff was not one bit frightened. "So me, the biggest Billy Goat Gruff," he answered in a voice as big as the troll's. "Oh, is it? Then just stop for a bit. You're the one I've been waiting for. I'm the troll that owns this bridge, and now I'm coming to eat you up." And with that, the great grey troll poked his head up over the bridge. Big Gruff was not one bit frightened still. "So, you're the troll, are you? And you own this bridge, do you? And now you're going to eat me up? We'll just see about that. I have a forehead as hard as stone, and I'll mash you up, all up, body and bone." When the troll heard Big Gruff talk to him that way, he bellowed so that Little and Middle Gruff heard him all the way up on the mountain where they are. He jumped on the bridge and put down his big bushy head and ran at the Big Gruff. Big Gruff put down his head and ran at the troll, and they met in the middle of the bridge. But Big Gruff's head was harder than the troll's, so he knocked him down and thumped him about, and then he took his up on his horns and threw him over the edge of the bridge. Big Gruff went on up the mountain. He was happy to reunite with his brothers again. The brothers were also happy to hear that the great wicked troll was gone forever from under the bridge. And after that, they all stayed up on the mountain together, and the smaller goats ate so much grass and grew so fat and big that after a while no one could differentiate one billy goat from the other. Remember, dear listeners, that bravery, cleverness, and teamwork can overcome even the most daunting obstacles, just as the three Billy Goats worked together to outsmart the troll. We too can face challenges with our courage and unity. So let us take the lesson from this timeless tale to heart and go forth into the world with resilience and camaraderie. And may we always remember that sometimes the smallest of creatures can accomplish the greatest of feats. Thank you for joining me on this intriguing journey with the Three Billy Goats Gruff. Wishing you a day as beautiful as your smile. Bye!